most of your safes that you buy from like Costco, things like that, they're selling them at a certain price where they're going for a certain customer. And you're getting maybe a 30-minute fire on those
at
safes.
like 1,200
At like 1,200 degrees.
Okay.
So safes are like cars. You're going to have cars with different options, right? You're going to have 4-wheel drive. You're going to have bigger tires. You're going to have, you know, a 6.0-liter, you know, V6,
right.
or you're going to have a V8, and it all depends on the
Ferrari,
capabilities that the thing was built with.
Yeah.
Ours had top of the line everything.
Okay.
But they're still only rated for 2 hours.
2 hours. So what's your estimation on how long this fire burned in these structures?
All night long.
Yeah.
The problem is that they came in so fast.
Yeah.
Right? And so what happens is when you have that kind of inferno, every organic piece of material goes up and all at once. And so you have a raging fire that's not controlled, it doesn't stop.
And it's the wind.
So
60,
think about
80
when you're
mile
scuba
an hour
diving, you've got a tank, right?
Yep.
If you go down to 100 feet, you got 5 minutes at the bottom.
Correct.
Before you got to come back
right,
up.
Because you're sucking up compressed air faster.
So you take a fire that's running 6,000 degrees, that rating goes down to nothing.
Yeah.
Because everything's going to ignite immediately.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And it's impossible to put a fire like that out.
No.
Impossible, right? I mean, absolutely
and we've said
impossible.
it for years that, you know, if this place ever goes, it's just a tinderbox.
Yeah. Old structures, wood.
Old structures,
not
wood.
really good fire suppression in the commercial
it's
buildings.
It's going to go up, and you know, so we had the great idea of just putting our stuff to the side, but we had so little time to go.
Yeah.
It's because within 30 minutes we were running out the door for our lives.
So were you in the shop when this happened?
Yeah.
So you were at work?
Yeah.
We weren't
We had an apartment upstairs.
Oh, really?
So we put big inverters in it. Know that we could plug in our refrigerator and we keep our foods going, things like that, so we're not going to lose all that food and produce and stuff.
Right.
So our intention was to keep that going and just chill, you know, the next fire we had. So once the electricity went off, we went to Safeway, we bought some supplies, we took it over to the shop, we went inside, we kind of put everything away,
connected
we plugged
to
in
the
the
inverter,
inverters, we're like, okay, we're good.
You're set.
We're
a
set.
small AC
We just got to
unit.
get through this whole wind thing,
Yep.
and we're okay.
Wait it out.
She went outside the door, and she's like,
I was just standing there and I just said, maybe we should get ready. And then I opened a window and I said, did I smell smoke? And then I opened the door and went in the stairwell and I go, Glenn, that's smoke. He goes, I smell it now too. We went down the stairs, went around the corner, saw it billowing over the wall, turned around, ran back, grabbed the stuff by the door and left. And by the time we did that, you couldn't see 5 feet in front of the van.
No way.
Yes, way, dude. We were that close to being in it. Done. One of the bodies is
I mean, we even like, well, maybe we should just take a nap and chill.
Oh.
We wouldn't be here.
So when you got out onto the highway, hi, we got. Yeah, no, we're giving those away for free. You like one?
Yes.
Of course. You pulled out right in front of Pizza Hut and Taco Bell, right?
Right here. This is our parking lot, and you see the smoke just starting to come out.
Yeah.
And we're like, this is bad. So then we decided we were going to try to grab what we could, and within 30 minutes it was so black in the same spot you couldn't even see 5 feet ahead. And so at that point,
And you took photos in the midst of all
we
this.
jumped in our vans, and that's her, and the fire had already jumped across the street to Lahaina Apartments as we were running for our lives.
Wow.
By the time we got to Safeway, that's what was behind us.
Wow. So you went north.
We went north.
Was there down power lines anywhere on the
yeah.
highway?
Everybody was stuck. The
We
cops
had no
everybody
idea
stopped,
that the
and they
road
wouldn't
was
let
stopped and they
nobody
wouldn't
go.
let us move. And I'm looking in the rearview mirror and the sky is getting blacker and blacker in my rearview mirror. And I'm like, I got out, we were stopped, I got out, I beat on his door. He said, you scared the crap out of me. I was like, you see that field? You see that field? If they don't let us go, you drive this fucking van
Because
right through that goddamn field and
they
into the
stopped
ocean
us.
because that fire is coming right now. and we're not going to make it.
That's how all those people died, because they wouldn't let nobody go.
But why wouldn't they let them go? It's because they're down power lines. Yeah, that's the reason.
They
So
should've been like,
they
"Get
couldn't
the
go.
fuck outta
They couldn't
here."
go around the power lines.
Yeah,
The power
why
lines
didn't you let
can't.
us drive right through the goddamn power? They weren't lit. There was no
The
electricity.
power was out from the day before.
Right. So there's no
no
power in the lines.
electricity. Well, it was that morning.
Because we were trying to look at the length of the poles, they wouldn't cross the whole highway. There should have been the lanes.
There was enough room that you could have gone
Right,
underneath.
right.
them,
Oh, you
around
got
them.
pictures of
I
it.
wanted to drive through
So
there.
what direction are we
But
looking
they
there?
they stopped the traffic
So what-
right
is that-
there
is that
going
what-
north. That's Kapuna Kea right there.
That's Kapuna Kea.
And they would not let people move.
So how did you guys eventually get your car out of
We
there?
ended up fighting our way through the parking lot over
Creeped
at
through.
Safeway.
A police officer came off the bypass here, and so the
We
traffic
forced
lane that was
ourselves.
supposed
It was
to go.
coming down. We forced ourselves
forced
into
our
2 lanes
in.
and forced our way out of the parking lot.
I wouldn't get off his bumper. I did not care about the rules and the laws of who you're supposed to stop and let the next person go, because we got separated before,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not going to get separated.
Oh, you
from
guys in separate cars?
Yeah, I was in one van, he was in the other van. And so we were on each other's bumper. That's why I got out of the car and stopped traffic and went over and beat on his window and told him, drive through that field and drive into the ocean. Just
Wow.
drive the van right into the ocean if you have to. At least it'll save your life.
Yeah.
And then
And
you saw those people in the ocean. That's what they did. Basically, they
Yeah.
ran out of time and they just dove into the ocean to save themselves at the last minute. But it was nobody could
but at our shop,
believe what happened.
when it first happened, you could barely even smell the smoke, but it was billowing over the wall 10 feet. Billowing.
There were a bunch of people in the slide.
Don't say that.
What's that?
There was
It's the
a
bar.
bar. There were some people around the corner.
In the Slide Mongoose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Doing what? Drinking?
Drinking. And we went over there,
you guys
and I
need
said,
to
"Does anybody have cell reception?" And they're like, "Yeah, I got reception." I said, "Did you call 911?" They go, "Oh, I'm sure they know about that fire already." And then the wind started gusting even more and more, and Glenn walked away from me, and the ashes were hitting me in the face. And I reached up and I touched this guy, Billy. I know. I touched his shoulder. I steadied myself, and the wind was pushing me like this. And then Glenn, boop, popped back right in front of me. He said, "Let's go now." And we turned around. And I saw a guy, he was holding on to his door. I go, "Glenn, that guy needs help." He goes, "Now, Lorene." We went over, opened the front door to our shop, threw the crap that was by our front door in our vans, and drove. And in that amount of time, it
Wow.
was 5 feet in front of our
Did the
face.
guys in the
and
Slide
there was
Mon-
people walking down the street through the smoke toward the fire.
No way.
Yes.
We actually.
I almost, they were like, all of a sudden, boom, there's a person standing in front of me in the street,
Going the opposite direction.
going the wrong way.
Wow. So they just didn't understand the threat, essentially.
Oh,
So was there any cop cars cruising around? Notices? A loudspeaker?
No, but
anything?
when the police lady came from down here across Kiave, she was like pushed her way through, whoop, 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 get the out of the way. She told everybody, go in the opposite direction lane as well. Let's double
thank you.
down.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I was about to do it.
Yeah.
I was about to do it, but we're driving a billboard that says who we are and what we're doing wrong, so everybody can point their finger at us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If anybody thinks we've done anything wrong, they're on social media
Right.
complaining about us. It's like,
Hey, we're.
how do you do that? So I was almost wanting to ram Glenn's back end of his van and tell him go. But she just popped out, and she went, and I just went right on his butt. And they pushed us through the parking lot, pushed us through, and as we got a little bit further and further away, I stopped panicking so much. But then we got over there by the post office, by the Civic Center, and it was backed up again. And looking in the rearview mirror, and it's
still
pitch
coming.
black.
Yeah.
It's pitch black behind you, and you're like, holy crap.
Were there any fire trucks anywhere?
No, I don't think I saw. All I saw was the people that were directing us because of the power line. There was police officers that were telling everybody, go.
Yeah.
And there was somebody standing in the street saying, go.
Yeah.
One guy was driving this way, and when they were coming down this way, they were making them turn around at the Civic Center and go back. And so one guy was in the street on almost like the left-hand turn lane, but not quite. And the power line came down and was hooked on his truck, and he was out of his truck telling the people that were trying to come down to stop. It was just an individual person, and to let the people that were coming from the fire,
let 'em
go
go
that
through.
way. But by then, there's like 1.5 lanes, two lanes to go that way because the lines had went down.
Yeah. Were people escaping towards the south at all, or was everything going north, to your knowledge?
We were never there. We didn't.
Don't know, yeah. So I heard a lot of the resources were fighting the Kula fire. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true, but because that thing's still burning, you know, right now.
Well, a friend of ours is on the other end of Lahaina. He like Puamananui. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, yeah.
Puamana subdivision, Puamananui. Steve Austin was over there. He jumped on a motorcycle, a dirt bike, and he was going around trying to assess what the heck was going on. And he was screaming at people to get out, get out. A line went down, hit him, hit his leg, knocked his friend off his bike. They got back on their bikes and they went right back to their house and had told their family, get in the car, get in the car. Got back, jumped in the car, and drove off. And
You need the code. You need the code. Are you good?
And Joe Schilling's kind of a guy that's been around Lahaina, does a lot of stuff in Lahaina.
That's super sad.
What happened? He died?
Yeah, he died helping other people.
Really?
Yeah. We don't know the details, just that he was helping an elderly woman, and he must have succumbed to the flames or something, or the smoke or something.
Did he? Was he like? Did he have a business or something, or was he?
He always worked for like Robert Beluga.
Oh, okay.
So, well, we saw that you were videotaping over there.
Yeah, I've been up on the hill doing a little bit of thing, and I actually surveyed a lot of the damage, and I took some GoPro videos and stuff like that. And I was able to get a drone over the entire burn area the day after, just to survey it and just to say, hey, this is what we got. You know what I'm saying? So there's some video evidence, but it's slow, 4K, super slow, going over every single home. So I got some good footage that I think is going to be helpful for some people, you know, for evidence of whatever. I don't even know, you know. So
There's going to be investigations out the walls.
yeah, yeah. So do you think we need to wear N95 masks? Do you think that's important? You guys need one?
No.
It kind of give me a headache, I'll be honest with you. It doesn't smell that bad down here, right? Yeah.
No, the air feels good. It feels good.
I'm going to let these guys know about the Wi-Fi. Well, thank you so much for telling the story. I appreciate it very much.